It was after midnight when 19-year-old Brandon Swanson called his parents. His car had gone off a rural dirt road in Minnesota, but he said not to worry. He was fine, just a little lost. For 47 minutes, they stayed on the phone as Brandon tried to find his way home. Then, suddenly, he said 2 words, O-S-H-T. And the line went silent. He was never seen again. Asterisk. Tonight, we'll uncover the strange and haunting disappearance of Brandon Swanson, a case that has baffled police, divided online detectives, and remains unsolved more than a decade later. It was the night of May 14, 2008. Brandon Swanson, a college student from Marshall, Key, had just finished celebrating the end of spring semester with friends. Around midnight, he got in his Chevy Lumina and began the 30-mile drive back to his parents' home in Marshall. But somewhere along the way, Brandon took a wrong turn. Instead of heading west toward home, he drove north into the vast, empty farmlands that stretch endlessly under the Minnesota night sky. At around 1:15 a.m., Brandon's car slipped off a gravel road and got stuck in a shallow ditch near the tiny town of Taunton. He wasn't hurt, but the car wouldn't move. So he did what any of us would. He called his parents for help. His father, Brandon Swanson, picked up. Brandon explained he thought he was near Lind, a nearby town about 10 miles from home. His parents got in their car and drove toward where they thought he was. Meanwhile, Brandon stayed on the phone, flashlight in hand, walking along a dirt road. He told his parents he could see lights in the distance, what he believed was the town of Lind. For nearly 47 minutes, Brandon's parents tried to find him, guided only by vague directions and the dark. But something didn't add up. They couldn't find his car, or the town lights he claimed to see. Then, at 2:17 a.m., as Brandon described cutting through a field toward the lights, he suddenly exclaimed, O-S-H-T, asterisk, and the line went dead. His parents tried calling back dozens of times. The phone rang each time, but Brandon never picked up. By morning, panic set in. Police began searching immediately, but at first, they assumed Brandon was just missing voluntarily. After all, teenagers go missing all the time, right? But this was different. His car was found exactly where he said it was, off a remote gravel road. The engine was fine. The lights were on. There were no signs of struggle. Then came the strangest discovery. The car wasn't anywhere near Lind. Brandon was actually 25 miles away, near Porter, Minnesota. Somehow, he had been completely disoriented. Over the next days, police and hundreds of volunteers combed the area. Helicopters, dogs, ATVs, foot patrols, nothing. Cadaver dogs once traced Brandon's scent along a riverbank, down to the Yellow Medicine River, then followed it for nearly 3 miles before it abruptly stopped. But there was no sign of Brandon. No clothing, no phone, no body. Investigators proposed 2 main theories. The first, that Brandon accidentally fell into the river and drowned. It seemed plausible, but search teams drained sections of the river and found no remains, not even his phone or keys. The second theory, and the one that continues to haunt people, is that something, or someone, met him out there that night. Locals say the farmland near Taunton is pitch black at night. Coyotes roam the fields, and farmers often say you can't see your hand in front of your face. Brandon might have encountered a hidden obstacle, an open well, or even another person. But with no evidence, police could only speculate. In the years that followed, his parents never stopped searching. They pushed for new laws to make missing adult cases taken as seriously as missing children. The result? Brandon's Law passed in 2009, which now ensures law enforcement must investigate any missing adult right away if foul play or danger is suspected. It's been more than 15 years since Brandon vanished into the Minnesota night. His phone was never found. His body was never recovered. What makes this case so chilling isn't just that Brandon disappeared. It that his parents were on the phone with him the entire time. They heard his last words, and yet he simply vanished. Maybe one day someone will find the truth buried beneath those endless fields. Until then, the disappearance of Brandon Swanson remains one of the most haunting mysteries in American true crime history. If you found this story chilling, don't forget to subscribe for more unsolved mysteries and real-life disappearances. This was Hidden Mysteries, and remember, the truth is never as far away as we think.